Dying Light, Watch Dogs 2, and Astro's Playroom all have one thing in common. That is that they have been a part of the episodes in the PlatinumVerse series. The PlatinumVerse has stayed dormant for way too long. I feel like it's time for me to come back. And what's a better way to come back than platinuming Spider-Man PS4? There's been remixes and there's been funny moments, but one thing we missed in 2024 was the PlatinumVerse. So let's kick off the year with our favorite Spider, and with that, let's hop right into the... In case you were confused from the very beginning of this game, they let you know right away you are playing as Spider-Man, starting his day by taking down a crime boss known as Wilson Fisk.
So, should we kiss now?
What made you go with that verse?
In Spider-Man PS4, there's this really cool thing that they added to the game, and that's called foreshadowing. This is Yuri Watanabe, a friend of Spider-Man's and somebody that's a part of the police force that gives Spider-Man a lot of intel. She's not super important in this game, but she's going to come up later, so just know that we know this character. After a little bit, Peter decides to head back to the lab just to work on the suit a little bit, and it'd be a real big shame if Doc Ock walked in. That would be really weird.
Parker! Dr. Octavius. What you got there?
Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would.
So now Doc Ock knows Peter Parker is connected to Spider-Man. Doc immediately gets to helping Spider-Man, making him a new suit and a couple new gadgets. There's a party being thrown for Aunt May, and we get to talk to Martin Lee. There's no reason to bring this up. Martin Lee's not important at all. Yuri gets tipped off by a silent alarm at an auction house, and going over to investigate, Spider-Man comes across a group of mercenaries called the Demons.
Where is the file?
You guys want to know something funny? I know exactly who has the file. Mary Jane Watson.
Devil's breath.
Keep this name in mind for later. I did want to throw this cutscene in here because this is unfortunately the only Stan Lee cameo we're ever going to get out of any Insomniac Marvel game.
Love seeing you two together again. You always were my favorites.
Peter takes the mask to Martin Lee, and Martin Lee seems very upset about the mask, with some very subtle foreshadowing.
Mary Jane might want to find a different story.
Do you think she's in trouble?
I don't know. Why take the risk?
Heading back to the lab, Norman Osborn, who is the mayor...
Mr. Osborn.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other? It's Mr. Mayor.
...is shutting down Dr. Octavius's lab right in front of the patient, which is kind of based. We somehow find out that the demons are going after Fisk caches, and so we go to one, and we get to team up with Jefferson Davis.
Spider-Man!
This is like completely unrelated to the story summary, by the way, but like I don't know why they picked this movie to reference. This is a terrible movie. I don't know why they picked this. This movie sucks.
Hello? Fisherman with a grudge and a hook for a hand?
Like, come on. I know it came out after this game, but like show my goat Gabriel some love, okay? But either way, the demons get the guns anyways, and Spider-Man's fighting them, and like Davis like crashes his car. He's doing too much, I'm not gonna lie. This is my goat, Howard. He's not important to the story yet, but I love him so much, and he means the world to me. Nothing bad ever happens to Howard. Following the lead on the demons attacking Fisk construction sites, Spider-Man goes to one, and they have a helicopter, and he stops the helicopter. He was doing a lot. He was being a little over dramatic, and somebody who watched this was Miles Morales. We'll talk about him later. Jefferson Davis is getting a Medal of Honor for what happened with the whole like truck incident, and it's a very nice ceremony. Norman Osborn's there, Peter's there, MJ's there, Miles, his mom, and obviously his dad because he's getting the award, and nothing bad happens there. After the explosion, Miles wakes up and he goes to look for his dad, only to find him dead. And the person that caused all of this is a man named Martin Lee. Act 2 begins with us trying to get some info on Martin Lee and what the demons will do next. And we run into
Silver Sablinova,
head of Sable International, a private security force, paid for by Mayor Osborn.
Later, we sneak into Norman Osborn's office and find out that Devil's Breath is actually a biohazard. While helping out at the homeless shelter, Miles finds out that his dad's death was meaningless by this old guy.
Hero. Man didn't do nothing heroic except get himself blown up.
I had to throw that in there. The scene's funny to me every time. Anyways, the demons kidnap the guy that has the only sample of Devil's Breath. Spider-Man obviously beats Martin Lee, and so Martin Lee's then arrested. Going back to the lab, Doc Ock has made arms, which is not concerning at all.
So cool. But how did you...
Intracranial neural network. Neurotransmission speeds under 1 nanosecond. Faster than signals travel inside the brain. Never mind to an external prosthesis.
That's the most alarming sentence I think I've ever heard in my entire life. All's fine and well, and then the raft gets overthrown, and Rhino, Electro, Scorpion, Vulture, Mr. Negative, and Dr. Otto Octavius all team up to take down Spider-Man, and they go and invade New York. After this shocking revelation, Doc Ock goes to Times Square and releases Devil's Breath. That sucks. I forgot to record the cutscene that shows this, but Aunt May actually does get infected by Devil's Breath. Spider-Man then fights Electro and Vulture. Scorpion stabs Spider-Man, and Spider-Man gets naked.
I think I took decontamination a little too far.
Spider-Man then goes to fight Rhino and Scorpion says one of the craziest lines this trilogy has so far.
Never send an 8-ton infant to do a man's job.
MJ sneaks into Mayor Osborn's office and finds out that Martin Lee is the product of an experiment gone wrong that Otto and Mayor Osborn has done in the past. She also knocks over a little container that has a spider in it. I'm sure it wasn't to set up for a sequel or anything. Mr. Negative is there to stop the spread of the anti-serum, but we're Spider-Man, so we beat him.
Useless.
While fighting Otto, I just want to point out this slam. This is the most devastating thing I think I've ever seen. Prime Brock Lesnar wishes he could hit a slam this big. There is no reason to have this much hatred in your heart. Listen to the audio. Even the music cuts out. The music stops once he hits the floor. And then you see this shot, and it's like, dude, we get it. He's dead. So while we're taking a break from all of that, Miles is moving some boxes, and he gets bit by a spider. Again, nothing to do with the sequel. Mayor Osborn and Octavius share some very nice words before the final fight.
The truth is, you were only ever worth a damn when you worked for me.
During the fight, Dr. Octavius talks about how he knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and how, this is just a crazy fight. I actually really like this final fight. After the fight, Peter Parker and Doc Ock have one of my favorite arguments in fiction. As much as I make fun of the game, this argument is always just so good to me every time I see it. It's almost as good as the argument that Adam and Jonah have in the Mandela catalog.
If they put me away, they'll take my arms. I'll be trapped in this useless body.
And then, in another incredible scene, Aunt May dies. We then see that Miles got powers from the spider that bit him earlier, which means I now have a new game to platinum. And that is it. That is the end of Spider-Man PS4. As much as I hated on it in this video, Spider-Man PS4 is an amazing game, and if you would like to play it, I highly, highly recommend it. I'm super excited for Wolverine and anything else that Insomniac is working on. I know it's going to be a banger. But we're not here to talk about future projects. We're here to talk about Throughout my playthrough of the main story, there was a lot of side trophies that I got. This is one of them for getting the first fist hideout completed. Trophy!
Guys, look, I got it.
I then got another trophy for creating the first gadget upgrade.
Another trophy! Another trophy!
I then got one more trophy for performing 10 perfect dodges. It was pretty cool of me.
Got another one? What was that one for? Oh, 10 perfect dodges! We did it 10 times! Let's round of applause!
While I was doing a side quest, I got another trophy for completing the first traversal milestone.
Oh my gosh! We got one!
All units.
What was that one for? I don't even know. What did I do? Whoa. I don't even know what I did for that.
That's pretty freaking epic. Let's go.
I'm going to be very honest. I have no clue how I got this trophy.
I got a trophy! Yeah!
There is a trophy called Arachnophobia, which is for doing 75 stealth takedowns. The easiest way to do this is going into a demon warehouse and being quiet instead of going all out.
Probably the one that we have the least information on right now, but I will say...
Oh, a trophy.
I then got a trophy called Snappy Dresser, which is buying a certain amount of Spider-Man suits. I hit a combo of 100 hits, and that gives you another trophy. The easiest way to do this is, again, find another hideout. This one, I prefer a Fisk hideout, and just don't get hit. There's a suit mod that slows down time if you hit a perfect dodge. I found that to be the easiest thing to help me out.
Airships, and name the airships Rockefeller.
I didn't expect to get another one. Whoa. Oh, that was one I thought I was gonna get last.
Neighborhood Watch is a trophy that you get for completing all crime factions in a certain district. You'll get this one very easily with Central Park, which only has 2.
The irony of me saying this.
However, looking at that...
Thank you, Wendigoon.
Align.
Another trophy you can get is for sitting on top of Avengers Tower.
Oh, I didn't mean... Oh, well, there we go.
I then got a benchmark trophy, which isn't really a big deal. You really get them before you even beat Act 1.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, I got a trophy! Sorry.
In this skill tree, you unlock being able to do tricks while you're swinging around. And if you do a certain amount of tricks, you get a trophy.
Are you done, Benny? It's getting sticky!
If you start to fast travel a lot, you'll get a trophy. Then a trophy for doing a certain amount of gadget upgrades. I was a little bit frustrated with this one, and I'll talk about why a little bit later, but you get another trophy for starting the Black Cat missions.
Hey Yuri, you still have black pants.
I then beat every single side quest in the game.
Hold on.
Shut up, Wendigoon!
If you do a certain number of vehicle takedowns, you get another trophy. If you've already completed all the crime in a district, don't worry. Act 3 has so many vehicle crimes. You'll be fine.
Particles created from Rockefeller's death.
Then I unlocked every single suit in the game.
As the previous 2 layers, it is subdivided this time into 4 parts. The first part...
And then a trophy for maxing out the skill tree.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
If you're not in combat and press square, you interact with civilians, and you can get a trophy for doing that 10 times.
Definitely up to no good.
Spidey's on the case.
I didn't realize that was gonna be it. Let's...
If you use the trip mine gadget and stick it to an enemy, it can connect to another enemy. And if you do that a couple of times, you get another trophy.
Don't make it weird.
And finally, the Platinum Trophy.
This is it. If I hit triangle, it's over. It's finally over.
Hey, Uncle Ben. Miss you. Doing my best to make you proud.
Hit it! Come on, please! Let's go! Oh, it's 1 in the morning. I want to yell so loud.
Spider-Man PS4 is such a fun game, and again, I can't wait to see what Insomniac cooks up with other games. So I'm going to give Spider-Man PS4 an 8 out of 10 Spider-Bots. Getting the Platinum is very fun and very, very rewarding, so I'm going to give a Get the Plat rating of 8 out of 10 Miles Moraleses. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more, please run this up, like it, share it, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And yeah, thank you guys again, and I will see you guys next time.